Hello traders, and welcome to the Trader Profits weekly hot list. First of all, it was great seeing and meeting those of you who joined us for our weekend program, Ultimate Forex Profits. Really phenomenal to see you guys. And today, we're going to be looking at some of those some trading setups that we're looking at for the rest of the week. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the stock market mastery and the Commodity Kings program as well. So this is John speaking, and this week, really big week in terms of the ECB meeting on Thursday. Will they look to cut interest rates or increase interest rates? How is it going to progress for the euro? These are the big questions traders will be asking this week. We've also got the Reserve Bank of Australia meeting this week as well, which is surely going to underpin the Aussie dollar, as well as the UK annual budget release from the Chancellor on Wednesday. So some big heavy hitting events for the Forex market this week. And just looking at a couple of markets here today, we can see a weekly chart here of dollar yen. And what is quite interesting about this weekly chart is the fact the market has moved into this support area, as you'll see. And that support area just below the 112 price level, 112 handle, has been rejected several times, and we put in this bullish engulfing bar. We've got the oversold stochastic suggesting that there is a higher probability chance of this market pushing higher. How do we trade it? Well, of course, we'll look at some of the strategies we looked at over the weekend, or any strategies that any of you trade. But really the main focus will be to wait for the market to break out of this resistance level here. Okay, so as soon as we break out of some of these high points, then we've got a higher high and higher low, then I'll be more than happy to start getting it on board to the trend to the upside. We've already got the double bottom here, which was the early warning sign. I know the Golden Playbook membership service fired out a buy signal here on the bullish engulfing low test. So we're already in that anyway, but looking to add and scale into positions once we break this high and have a higher high. So that's one thing that we'll be looking at this week. We'll also be looking at the US dollar against the Norwegian kroner. As you'll see in a longer term picture, we're essentially moving sideways in between this resistance area, this support area. Here's the middle of the range. Tried to break through it a few times, but now we're just back above it. Okay, so potentially, if the US dollar does rally, we're going to see some continued upside. This one looks relatively strong compared to some of the other US dollar crosses. So US dollar NOK, we're going to be looking for further buy signals to the upside on this currency as well. We'll also be looking for continued upside momentum on Aussie New Zealand. We've been trading this ever since the market broke out from these highs here, trading that to the upside, and we'll be continuing to trade that on the daily chart as well as the intraday timeframes for you intraday traders out there. But continued momentum to the upside on Aussie New Zealand is something we'll be focusing on. Of course, we've got the high risk Aussie news announcements later on in this week, but the New Zealand dollar is struggling right now. You can see here, New Zealand dollar was the weakest currency pair last week, and I think that's set to continue at least down to these low points here. Of course, there's a few more currencies we'll be watching, and we'll send out to those of you on the Golden Playbook as and when we see them. Looking at stocks, we can see that BHP Billiton looks quite interesting here, where we've had this 1, 2, 3 wave retrace, ABC retrace. We've got a lower low and a higher low in the stochastic, and it just looks like we're putting an intermediate high low here. So our members would have received the alerts to look for buying opportunities, and we've given you the specific entry and stop losses as a potential idea. So we'll be looking for continued upside on BHP Billiton, big mining stock. We can see there's a lot of volume going on around this level as well. So looking for continued gains to the upside on BHP Billiton. We can see on the weekly chart as well, got a nice clear uptrend. And maybe the market would want to go up towards these high points here. Okay, so that's one stock we're looking at. Centrica is also looking quite interesting. As you can see on the longer term picture, the market started to put in some kind of base here at these lows, and we're just hovering around this upper resistance level, okay, and we tried to push lower and we're just finding some support here, a heavy volume based area. So we'll be looking for continued upside in Centrica from these levels. And we'll also be looking at a couple of US stocks as well. Actually, there's a whole host of US stocks on the list. But looking at EA, Electronic Arts, we had the retest of this horizontal level here. Market pushed lower. Looks like we got a high-low formation with this low test bar in the market. So we'll be looking for continued upside in EA as well as AT&T stock. We can see on the weekly chart, we're trading very close to these all-time highs. And it just looks as though the market is potentially ripe for a breakout. Okay, so we'll be looking for continued long positions on AT&T stock, as well as long positions on Intuit as well. The market gapped higher here, and just retraced to reject the low point, and we're just going to continue momentum to the upside. So we're looking for further gains on Intuit as well. And we'll also be looking at Apple stock for continued intraday plays as the market puts in a pretty strong bid on Apple. So for the intraday stock players, this is one key focus for us as well. So for those of you who are interested in receiving our live trade calls across foreign exchange market, US stocks, UK stocks, and all the commodity markets, then head over to traderprofits.com, have a look at our store and the golden playbook. We've got some awesome bonuses for you guys this month, and not only all the trade calls and our ideas and alerts, but you're also going to get access to an awesome educational database for those of you who are interested in trading and developing your own strategies, and knowing how to trade for income as well as capital growth. But most importantly as well, we've got the monthly VIP Investor Insight call. And this is phenomenal. We've had some great times here where you can log in live and speak to one of our live senior traders and some guest investment managers as well. And see what they're looking at and answer or ask any questions you want as well. So, this is kind of unrivaled in the market. We've had some phenomenal speakers there and some great questions from you guys as well on the previous call. So, head over to traderprofits.com, have a look at that and check it out for yourself. And in the meantime, all the best with your trading. Keep an eye on those opportunities, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.